Sydney's! Your sexiest killer is back, and today we're trying out the Forgotten City, so check this shit out. Dear content creators, this is for me. I consider myself content creator. As you'll discover, this game is full of... Oh, please avoid spoilers, no problem. Discreet is my middle name. So let's go, go, go! Fate of this city is in your hands. Well, this is kind of a deja vu because fate of Woodsboro was in my hands too. Present day! Moon. There was a secret about full moon, but you can get
You're alive!
stronger
When I
orgasms
dragged you out
when
of
it's
the
full
river, I
moon.
thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change.
Whoa!
Wanna tell me who you are?
She was... The fuck is this? Oh, body type. This guy? Okay, this guy. Weird, oh, both you weird. No! White. Albino white. Ghostface.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down? What's the last thing you remember?
I barely remember anything.
It does look like you took a pretty hard blow to the head. You're just lucky you've been given a second chance.
Indeed.
There are some ruins just behind you. Roman.
Ancient Roman.
I need you to go in there
Yeah,
and see if
that's
you
what
can
I
find
want
a
to
guy
hear.
named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him. So I'm just
Okay, shut the fuck up.
What I mean is, I was hoping
Yes.
if you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Okay, whatever makes you shut the fuck up.
Of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just...
What's your bra size? What's your story? Where are we?
You really don't
Yeah,
remember?
that's what I want to know.
We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Italy. Italy is so sexy. What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in it. Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
What the fuck? Should I remain stranger? The fuck? Yes.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just...
Karen.
Look, if you really want to know all the tragic details, perhaps I can fill you...
Okay.
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I
The
thought
fuck
maybe
is
you
this,
two
man?
knew each
River
other.
washing out
I
corpses.
guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find...
Okay.
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction, and... Great.
Alright, I'm in.
Thank you. The entrance is just... Oh, and he left this here.
What exact... Oh, flashlight. Take them, yeah. Okay, let's go. I'm totally ready, man. I missed playing video games. Okay, kinda gay way to scroll and turn on the lamp. Fuck, I love ancient cities. They look totally ancient. Search for clues. Okay, let's go. I feel like a Tomb Raider. Clues. Do we have another objectives? Okay. Can I jump? Yes, I can. Thank you very much. Yes, I can. Whoa!
If you're reading this, It means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city
Orgasmic.
hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city,
How do I open this
step
shit?
forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise."
Okay, fuck. I wanted to drink and be judged. Judge my sexual behavior. Fuck. I talk like I'm a maniac. The fuck is this?
The
Graffiti.
wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain.
Whoa.
For this shall be their final resting place. Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds?
Amazing.
It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or a warning.
Damn, I love these columns. These are... Oh, Yon. How do you say it in English? Fuck, these are door and these are how to... Yon, I think. Something like that. On English, of course. Golden statue, inspect the shit. Yeah, he started running. That is weird. Statues don't run, if I remember correctly. Damn, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Roman remains. The fuck is this, man? Ancient Roman ghosts. Did she just move? Or are my eyes deceiving me? Oh. What's wrong, ancient Roman statue? Maybe he shot his pants because of something. This one is scared also. And these bitches don't care. Did you also run in terror? Yes. I fucked up. No, I'm gonna push her down now. She was a Roman prostitute, so she got what she deserved. No, I respect them. I respect all. What the fuck? Hanged statue.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription is right.
This is how.
There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right.
Okay, let's go.
I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did,
Bang,
took me
bitch.
right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake.
Let's go. I'm not a vagina.
Find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Go! Wow, check this shit out. This is for like Johnny Quest shit. Traveling to Quest World. Damn, almost exactly the same. Do I smell a copycat? Kinky. Okay. That was one long ass loading. Nice Roman interior. Nice Roman exterior. What the fuck? Stranger. I'm Ghostface, and I've just come from the future, bitch. Wait, are you speaking English? Shrine of Prosperity? Fuck off. Prosperina. I'm Ghostface, and I got lost. No, I came from the future, bitch.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait, you know, not right in the head.
What?
That's all right, friend. Everyone's... We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the begin... It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. But listen, most folks seem a bit... You seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So, let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along. Just... Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden... It's kind of... But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Alright,
Follow me.
lead the way.
When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice
Wow,
little
nice.
community now.
Totally nice and beautiful. Let's go, faggot. Faster.
Only 23 of us at the moment.
Hello, baby.
Who are missing. No idea how, since...
Busy.
there's a way
She
out.
doesn't look busy at
It's
all.
big
She's
and
doing
dark,
nothing.
get lost in, if you're not careful.
She's literally doing nothing. Fucking bullshit. Where the fuck is he? Golden statue, what the fuck?
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's... It's not my place to say.
Say. I'm used to many things. I've seen
Down on your right is
All
our
kinds of
farm,
shit.
where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia.
Cool.
She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Galerius, you're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me.
push-ups.
What was that? What did
Hey,
you just say?
Horatius, how's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you're trying to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I'm stoic, remember?
Nice helmet.
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Okay, the fuck should I go then?
That's it. Blame everyone but
Up
yourself.
there.
If I find out you
Bartender.
did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the golden rule is gonna protect you. Got it? Greetings, citizen. Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule.
So
Let me see
far, I
if can
totally
explain
like this
it
game.
way.
It's
When
pretty
I was
enjoyable.
serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws.
Marble knives.
Whoever drew the
I
short
have
straw had to
this.
be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter
Oh,
whether he'd done
another
anything
one
wrong.
fresh out of the baths, I take it.
I
None of
have
us
this
in
marble in my
turn
wonderful
would
home.
die for the crimes
Damn,
they
I
did.
almost live like Roman
We call it
king.
decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden
Or emperor,
Rule
or whatever
is
there was.
exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
Okay. Good to know.
We're finally alone.
I'm Ghostface.
A curious name to match a curious. But I digress.
Hell.
Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's beautiful. That's what I'm saying all the time.
Indeed. More
Indeed,
importantly,
fuck.
consider the miraculous
Like, I
community
created
we've
this
built
game.
here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our... And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft. Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as if even one person commits a sin here. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer from what we can gather. Breaking the law here will and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that... And now it seems that day, all that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Unless you and I can stop them, I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions.
Whoa.
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft. No. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying? Insulting someone? Blasphemy? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may...
Makes sense.
I'm glad you agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as... I have made my pronouncement. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I... You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that 2,000 years? Please, tell me, in your time. I have imagined it. our downfall 1,000 times.
Maybe I just changed the future. Changed the timeline.
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across... I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. I don't suppose you saw any sign of... I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual... Well, I suppose that's... Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people. As for me, well, it pains me to say, the people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. Me? Why would you suspect me? What reason could you possibly... I'm glad you think so. You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? How strange. But the gods are active here, and their temples and shrines hum with power like nowhere else in the Empire. Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your...
Awesome!
Indeed. If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that if you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, thus you'll have created a paradox. Good. So, wonderful. Now, I need you to... I authorize you to enter private homes and figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name... Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation. I heard wailing from there not long ago.
Okay. Our long talk is finished. Okay, that's the forum. Okay, nothing special here. Let's go to the forum. Or maybe...
Whatever are you wearing?
What am I wearing? Oh, I can't see myself. Sexy.
I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
What's your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that? Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive... Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation? Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped, and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just... leave me alone. I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
We're gonna find her.
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal. We went into our rooms. I went to sleep. And when I woke up... I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me. Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a
Okay, she
rumor
probably
about
went
her...
with some guy. Hot stub.
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lift. I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and all I know is, whoever...
Okay.
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is...
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow... Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and...
Okay, that's not what I wanted to do.
Do I need to ask Horatius to escort you out of here?
Damn it. Damn it, I wanted to have sex with her. Not to be hated by her. The fuck is this? A vial. Gay.
Citizen.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
This one is even better. It sure is majestic.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. Oh my. I take it people are quite... I suppose it's quite charming. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?" The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already... And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing... You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? Karen, you say? And nothing about that... Older. I apologize. I don't mean to... Have you spoken with any of the others? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember, and see if you... Good. Thank you. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you, too. Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the golden... But there is a small chance that she learned... I just don't want to see that... Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth. Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Okay, where do I have a letter from? Legendary.
Ave again. I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled. I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, but here it seems they I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great... Would you like to hear it? Wonderful. It goes like this. Baucis and Philemon were an old married couple living a humble life in a They go from door to door, asking for a place to stay the night. Of course, being vagrants, they're turned away sharply from house after house, 1,000 in all, until finally they come to the little cottage, where They invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a place to stay. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so, and then she says to her husband, Philemon, and the vagrants metamorphosize and reveal themselves to be Jupiter. They confide they didn't mind the meager. So mean, some say, but I like. A cynic philosopher might take that view, but it's not in. It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent. Why do you ask? All of the male citizens who are willing and able to That's just the way it's always been. There are some women who can vote, Vestal priestesses like myself, but in this case, given my role I can't allow the perception that I'm... But if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the by using whatever gifts the gods gave. I'm responsible for announcing it, and you can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept. As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk. Yes, I have over... Very well. Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Election starting.
Did he fuck up? Well, I see tons of golden statues here, so why was the... Who is that guy, Emperor? Surprised. What's with this one? The fuck? Okay, will they start? What are they doing?
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus. That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected
this is boring.
your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve.
Pattern. Where was the pattern? I suspect Malleolus. Shit.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
What the fuck is going on? I'm stuck. I'm totally stuck. This bitch, fuck off. Can't fucking move. Let's try autosave. I have no idea where this shit saved me.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself
Before
with
this. Total bullshit. Okay, anyway, we're gonna finish the first part here, so I'm gonna see you soon.